your friends and family are going to kale for this recipe. Okay guys, let's face it, it's out with the old and in with the new. It's kale for the new black, sort of. Kale is everything. There's kale chips, there's kale salad, and basically if you put kale in front of it, you can buy it. So our family has made kale chips and we bought kale bunches and we had extra kale in the refrigerator and it started to wilt down and I figured I would put it in the freezer and make something with it. And I was thinking of making a spinach artichoke dip and I realized that kale can wilt down the same as spinach. And I thought of making a kale and artichokes dip. Okay, so we're gonna get started. You're gonna turn on your oven and put it on a medium heat and put a little olive oil in it. Just about a tablespoon. All right, and this is just one bunch of kale and it's kind of wilted down, which is okay because you're gonna put it on the heat, so it's gonna really wilt down. All right, just run a knife through it. All right, that's good. All right, gonna throw it all in the oven. I also have 2 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna get those chopped. You wanna get them really fine because it's really strong. Okay. And you can already smell it. All right. The thing I love about this dish is that everything kind of gets thrown in together and it doesn't use up too many dishes, so it's a nice plus. Alright, throw in everything, waste not, want not. Alright. Everything's kind of getting wilted down. Alright, and then it's 1 can of artichoke hearts. And you want it to drain them. All right, throw these on. Okay. And you're also gonna chop these up really rough because you want the flavor. So don't like dice them up too much. Just gonna chop them a little bit. And you don't want to throw those right in with the kale because you just want to warm them through. You're not cooking them. I'm going to leave those right here. Wait for the kale to wilt down a little bit. Okay, and in this bowl, I'm going to start mixing up all of the cheeses that are going to go with the kale and the artichokes. Okay. I have 1 block of cream cheese that's room temperature. And then I have 1/2 cup of Italian cheese blend, and we're gonna take some of it out, stick it on the side, stick the rest in there, and then 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and take some of it out and put it in there. And you might ask why I take some of it out, and that we are saving to put on the top to get the nice crust. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and then this is 1/4 cup of sour cream. And the thing I love about this recipe is that it doesn't have mayonnaise. I do not like mayonnaise. I know mayonnaise sometimes can add a nice creamy texture, but this is a nice recipe as well, and you don't have to have the clumpy mayonnaise. It's just as good. Okay, so we're gonna mix these cheeses up, let the kale and the garlic go, and then later on you're gonna add the artichokes and just let them warm through. Alright, I'm adding in the artichoke hearts right now. And I'm just going to add them in just to warm them through. You don't want to cook them too much. Going to stir them up in there. Ooh, get a nice sizzle. Yum! Ooh, last one! Alright. Just going to stir them through, let them warm up a little bit. And then we'll take them out in a second. Alright guys, so once the artichoke hearts are warmed through, we're just going to bring this over and add the cream cheese sour cream mixture into this and stir it all in if it wants to come out. Use the spatula. Okay. Alright. So pour it all in. Get all the yummy stuff out. Okay. Mix it all through, and I'm actually going to add it into the pan that we're going to pour it in. I just used 3 bowls in like 2 seconds, but that's okay. Alright. Nice and warm. I'm going to mix it together. Alright. Okay. And you just want to make sure there's not one huge clump of like kale in one area or artichoke hearts in one area or cream cheese in one area. Everything is fully dispersed. Alright. It's looking pretty good. And just for the seasonings, you just want to add a little bit of crushed red pepper and a little bit of salt, and that's all it needs. Alright, and then we're going to add some of this cheese to the top just to get the good crunchies on top that you want. Alright. Okay, and then this is just going to spend like 15 minutes in the oven just to get a good crunch on top. I have it set to 375. Okay. Alright guys, after about 15 minutes, your kale and artichoke dip should be ready. I just toasted up some bread, threw some olive oil on it and some pepper, and you can do that or just get some pita chips. You want something that's going to hold up against the heavy dip, and you don't want your chips to be breaking under the good dip. So I'm going to taste it now. Alright. Oh my goodness, guys. This is really good. This is actually really good. This is delicious. Guys, don't forget to always have good food and good company, and send some kisses from the kitchen.
On kale, kale, on kale, kale, holy kale, on kale, no microphone, hey, listen, she's gotta have the sound, she's gotta have the sound, there's no sound for the microphone now.